Long ago, in the green lands of Hyrule, there was a tale of a hero of legend and a princess of destiny. It detailed the life of the forgotten princess, placed into an age of sleep for generations, and it was hereby decreed that every princess born after her would be named Zelda.
Listen to this person! They're making it sound like our legends were nothing but doom and gloom.
They were! Well, at least for a while. Until the hero arrived to rescue the princess and to defeat the evil that was after the Triforce, for generations to come.
How many times has that legend been told?
Well, ours was the first one told, but we're not the first generation of the hero and the princess.
I am aware that there are multiple generations of us. During my second adventure, I rescued a sleeping princess.
A sleeping princess? You mean like the legend of Sleeping Beauty?
Something like that.
Do tell! I'm excited to hear this story.
Where do I start? It happened after I defeated Ganon. We had claimed the Triforces of wisdom and power, and after a few years had passed, 6 years I think, I noticed a mark on my left hand. Impa also noticed it and told me about the Triforce of Courage. The King of Hyrule had hidden it away so someone like Ganon would never get his hands on it. Eventually, the king died, and his son, the prince, searched for it. He then found it, and it was bestowed to his sister, Princess Zelda I. She refused to give any information, fearing he was under the influence of a wizard. He was, and so the wizard cast a spell to put her to sleep. To break the curse, the 3 pieces of the Triforce had to be reunited. Since I already had the Triforces of power and wisdom, Impa gave me 6 crystals to restore to each of the palaces, and I set off.
So she was the first princess of Hyrule.
No, she was the first to be named Zelda. I thought you of all people would know this through the royal family.
Well, there were so many princesses before me that I lost track.
Anyway, after I returned the crystals, she woke up and... that's all I can remember.
Wait, what? What happened after that?
Well, that's why we're here to answer these questions left for us. Welcome to Ask Zelda!
Here's our first question.
From Katie Gray, LOZ Zelda. Is it frustrating to be the namesake of a series while receiving none of the credit for its success?
Well...
Frustrating? Really?
Shush! I guess you could say that it is kind of frustrating to a degree. But as you play the series, you understand the reason why it's called Legend of Zelda. Because in almost every one of our games, the prophecy of the Triforce is told.
Then why not call it the Legend of the Triforce?
If you would let me finish. Link does have a point, though. The Triforce is one of the main focuses, if not the main focus of each game. But it's not in every game. And as Link, he is discovering that legend.
I guess that would also explain why it's not called Legend of Link.
No, but you do have a few titles named after you. Like Adventure of Link, Link's Awakening, Link Between Worlds.
Okay, I get it. Excuse me, princess.
We're not going there. You're better than certain Links.
Ugh.
To get technical, our creator, Shigeru Miyamoto, named me after the infamous Zelda Fitzgerald because he liked how the name sounded.
And where does that leave me?
We'll get to that later. Let's move on to our second question.
From the Kirby genius, LOZ Link. Were you ever scared at any point during your quest?
Of course not! I'm the strongest, bravest hero around! In all seriousness, I guess when I first started, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just woke up in the middle of Hyrule with a random doorway in front of me, and I heard a voice calling out to me saying, "Find the 8 pieces of the Triforce." I walk into this doorway and this man says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this," and gives me a sword.
Yes, the phase that became infamous over the last 30 years.
Because it's the very first bit of dialogue in the very first adventure. Although it's not as iconic as the other infamous quote.
The other infamous quote?
Shh! It's a secret to everybody.
Wait, what's the secret? Ugh!
To finish answering your question, the more time I spent on my quest to find the Triforce of Wisdom, the more courage I gained. I was scared at first, but then it just became exciting, and it was all worth it in the end when I rescued Zelda from Ganon. Wait, where'd she go?
You want to see how stupid you look?
What? What was that for?
Well...
Where did you even get that?
I just found it lying on the ground over here. I thought it was perfect for showing your arrogance.
Have you considered that it might be a trap? That's also 7 years of bad luck!
What's going on? Where are we?
I don't know. This doesn't look familiar at all.
At least the mirror is still here.
What was that noise?
It came from inside there!
Who are you?
Is that me?
I should be asking you the same thing.
Hold on. I think I recognize you.
Really? 'Cause I don't recognize you.
This must be what that voice was referring to. All the different legends told time and time again. You must be one of my ancestors.
I had children?
How did you even get here? Who are you?
I found this mirror, threw it at him, and it must have warped us here. My name is Zelda, Princess Zelda.
Oh my, that's my name too.
Whenever we go out, the people always shout, "There goes Princess Zelda of Hyrule!" Da 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 da.
Link, now's not the time. We need to figure out why these people are here.
We were answering questions regarding our histories just a few minutes ago. Zelda here found this mirror. Wait, I think it says something. It's hard to make out, but it says ALTTP Zelda and Link. It mentions here that you're also supposed to be part of us. Maybe that's what it was all about. Answering questions that people are asking.
People? What people?
The people observing us as we speak.
Well, okay. As long as we know we can trust you.
All right, let's hear them.
This question is from Aliyah Rosado. To both. How does it feel to be a magical princess, Zelda?
Ah, good. Starting with something basic. Do you want to go first?
Just call me LOZ Zelda, and I'd be glad to. You would think with being a magical princess it would be all sunshine and rainbows, but it's actually not. You're always targeted by someone or something, always after you for something, namely the Triforce of Wisdom. I had to break it up into 8 pieces so Ganon wouldn't get his hands on it.
What she said. And on top of that, it also puts other people at risk. And there is only so much I can do with my powers to protect them.
At least you have me to protect you.
It was thanks to my telepathy that I was able to get through to Link.
Yeah, and it was scary. I was woken up out of a cold, dead sleep to hear this call for help. I didn't even know who Princess Zelda was.
Speaking of voices, who are those beings asking the questions?
We don't know. They just kinda appeared out of nowhere, asking us to answer their questions.
And you did it? No questions asked?
Really?
This question is from Dan Solo 0119. To both Links. Besides Ganon, who would you say is your toughest opponent?
I might need a moment to think about that. Go ahead.
I would say Aghanim, but I might need time to reflect on that since I've been on multiple adventures.
You too, huh?
Yeah, I've been on 3 or 4, depending on how you look at it.
Okay, you win on that one. My toughest opponent would have to be me.
You?
Yes, when I was on my quest to restore the Triforce of Courage to the ancient princess's sleeping pedestal, I had some enemies after me. They were aiming to resurrect Ganon, and the only way to do that was to destroy me and use my blood as if it were a sacrifice or something.
I know how you feel. I was almost sacrificed to awaken Ganon after Akanim captured me.
So it sounds like this wasn't the only time this happened.
My shadow was probably the toughest opponent I ever fought, next to Ganon himself. He can match my every move. I was exhausted by the time she, Zelda, woke up.
You mean the ancient Princess Zelda? No one knows what happened to her after that, according to the legend.
It sounds like no one really talks about her either.
Do we have any more questions?
We have just a couple more. This question is from SuperTeeter64. To all the Links, do you all enjoy wearing the color green? Do you think you'd look better in a different color?
Well, I've worn the colors blue and red as well when I got the magical rings.
Same with me when I got the blue and red mail. It was a little different when I went to the color dungeon.
I liked red the best, because it made me stronger and I took less damage.
The color dungeon had a great fairy that either made me stronger or sturdier. I liked the blue color, but the extra strength was helpful against Nightmare.
Is no one going to talk about how my clothes mysteriously changed color when you got the ring upgrades? I didn't know that was the reason.
Yeah, I don't know why that was.
Maybe it had something to do with the pieces of the Triforce of Wisdom being linked?
I'm sorry, Princess. I didn't mean to laugh. It's just, you said linked.
Our last question is actually variations of 2 people, the Cosmic Diamond and Willis Rose 9756, and it's to all of you. What are your favorite hobbies?
I guess fencing and sword fighting are really all I know how to do. I never really took the time to take up anything else.
I like fashion. I actually designed this dress myself.
But it looks so plain!
Here, take a closer look.
Wow, you made that yourself?
I did have a little bit of help, yes. It was kind of like the design process in the story of Sleeping Beauty.
What's with your obsession with Sleeping Beauty?
It's a beautiful fairy tale.
Oh yeah, until you hear about the real story.
Nope. We're not ruining childhoods yet. Anyway, I don't actually have a hobby. I never really got the chance to develop one as a child.
I could help you with that sometime. On my adventures, I took up a few musical instruments, like several different flutes and a harp. Maybe you could learn how to play an instrument.
I'm not sure I trust you on being a teacher, but I'll give you a chance.
I've played the recorder on a few occasions as well. That probably wouldn't be hard for you to learn.
And with that, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified for future episodes. Also, feel free to drop any more questions you have for everyone here.
We're going to be doing this again?
Yeah, this was fun. I liked connecting with you guys from different eras.
Where is that voice coming from?
In time, you will learn.
Sounds like an unlockable from our games.
Oh, goody.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time!
Bye!
Farewell!